there, everyone. Welcome back to A Movies You Like. It is me, Jason is a cup, or you could just call me Jason if you want to be boring. I am joined by Mac, right?
Let me check. Yeah.
Yeah, just double check for me, please, because I really don't know.
Okay, let me
I
see
also
again.
noticed on the script there's another.
Yeah.
On the script, there's another person named Malik. Alec. What? Hey, you in the corner. What's your name again?
Me? We're talking
Yeah,
to me right now?
you.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
Well, what's up? My name is Billy Bob Joe. No, I'm kidding. My name's Alex, everybody.
3 first
What's up?
names? Sorry.
I know. Yeah, Billy Bob Joe. The third. Actually.
This
Just to make
What's
it
your family tree?
Billy
We're all
Bob
Billy
Joe
Bob
1
Joes.
through 3.
Yeah,
least.
even the women.
That's us.
Dude, I want to meet a woman named Billy Bob Joe. That sounds awesome.
There's a Billie Eilish.
There's
right?
Millie Bonnie Brown, and then she changed it for acting to Millie
Dude.
Bobby Brown.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first heard that name, I thought that wasn't her real name. It was like just a stage
Well,
name.
Bobby was like a.
Well, you know how like Jack Black. Well, you know how like Jack Black. That's not his real name, right?
Wait, it's not?
like his stage
Yes,
name.
it is.
Yeah, it's not. Like his real name is.
This is the worst news of my life.
You just ruined her whole fucking mind, Alex.
It's like saying Santa's not real.
Yeah.
What?
He is real.
He is. I know
We
that.
have
I'm
like a
saying.
12-year-old watching this.
You fucking
Womp womp.
asshole.
Womp womp.
Please,
Spoilers.
get the fuck out. Anyhow,
Spoilers.
welcome back to What Movies Do You Like. We are once again joined by Alex, who has been here before. Do you want to introduce yourself again, Alex? Do you want to talk about something in particular for the intro segment?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. What's up, everybody? My name is Alex. I am a filmmaker. Just like Jason, we have collaborated a bunch on
You're gonna love this guy.
several bleh, I know words. Several different projects. Right?
Great start.
Wait, English is coming back to me. And yeah, we've been great friends for years, and I've been on this podcast before quite a while ago. A couple years at this point,
Definitely a year.
Like 12.
at least.
Not a couple.
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, I would say it's in the double digits for sure. And yeah, I'm glad to be back on with you guys. Yeah, it's been fun.
Anything. Yeah, speaking of films, I did recently, just today, talk to my editor. We're getting back to this few things consistently, and we'll see where it is. We should have the rough cut done, like, in maybe a week or two. I don't know. I'm just going to swing boards, and then it's off with just clean it up, actually make it look presentable, and then we'll just take it from there, really fucking it out.
Yippee!
How's your post production going with Square Root Love, Alex?
Great. Did a little bit today. Just getting back into the swing of things after finals. Yeah, college. Yay.
I really think you should make
don't
it
miss
so
it.
you get that done during the summer. To be honest,
That's the goal, honestly.
just to be like, God, I want this fucking.
Honestly, I'm at the point where I'm like, I feel like this is done at this point.
Yeah.
You
Work on more stuff. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared to see what the next script is.
Well, you'll be working on it either way if you want. That sounded very aggressive at first. No, you will
You're
work
gonna
on
be
this
fucking
motherfucker.
working on it, bitch.
Photographer motherfucker.
A documentary. Alright, sick. Any cool movies you guys are planning on seeing?
Planning on seeing?
Planning.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see the new horror movie by Curry Barker, Obsession.
Ooh, I've been getting a lot of ads for that.
It looks really good. I was at the theater a couple days ago. I saw The Devil Wears Prada 2 with my family, and in the bathroom, the men's bathroom, they have like a promotional piece on the mirror for the movie.
That's scary.
Right? It's kind of cool. I love the marketing for the movie. It looks really good, and yeah,
I'll probably check it out in theaters.
yeah. I heard a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Alex had me and some friends of us watch another film he did called Milk and Cereal a little bit ago. I enjoyed it. The editing was a bit too much for me, but otherwise I did feel like it.
Yeah, I agree too. The great found footage movie. It was like the budget was like $800 or something. Which is cool to see.
The cereal cost most of the money.
Yeah. The usual. And the milk. Especially the milk. Like these days. God dang.
What if the milk part just meant that the main character was played by Harvey Milk, the U.S. Senator, who,
Yep. Plot twist.
No way.
Maybe that was in the original cut, but they wanted to keep the name.
They were like, oh wait, he actually got assassinated. We can't do that.
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, that's like really good promotion for a movie, though.
What brings someone
what
back?
about you, Mac? Anything you're seeing or are you interested in checking out?
I watched Michael. That was alright. It was good. I'm trying to think of this movie. I've seen trailers for it like not the last few times because they didn't show it for Michael because that would be kind of weird. But the last few times before that I went to the movies, trying to find. It's like one of those movies where they're in like a car, you know?
Oh yeah, I've seen promotions for that. I forget what the name
And it
is.
jump scares me in the theater every time. I don't want to watch it in the theater, but I would like to watch it at home where the jump scares are.
Yeah, that jump scare where it's like the guy like instantly losing.
Oh, on the road?
Passenger.
Passenger.
Yeah, Passenger.
Yeah.
And then like that
Got
video
it.
lady's in his car, and it jump scares me every single time. I've seen it like 3 times.
I'm in your mom's car. It's that Vine, but it's
I
a
honestly
horror.
think
Yeah. It's like a
I
short
honestly
film
think
I saw on YouTube.
that would have been better if they didn't show that in the trailer.
Yeah.
We shall see. It looks cool. I saw the teaser trailer in theaters. I was like,
The one where they're in the car?
yeah, like it's like the two guys.
Yeah, one
And,
of them has to go pee or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember seeing that. It was either for Project Homer or the drama. I don't remember.
Oh, I need to see the drama.
Oh.
The drama's great. I feel like you really like it.
I think so. I really just want to watch it. Devin really wants to watch Hoppers.
I've heard that's good. I've heard that's like the first decent original Pixar movie they've done.
Yeah.
I heard good things too. Yeah. At first, when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this seems kind of generic, but like, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
The only thing that this is cool about it is the, like Avatar. But everything else about it looks fun.
I'd say the only two films I'm interested in checking out, like this month they're recording. This is like mid-May by the time we're recording this. Is I Love Boosters and The Backroom.
Oh, I do want to see it. I love Boosters.
Those are the other two that I'm interested in checking out coming this month in particular. Yeah, nothing else to comment on. I will have to go out of my way more for I Love Boosters, but I don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking shit.
I want to
Backrooms.
see all the colors. Sorry.
I want to see the backgrounds mostly because of the director, King Pixels. He's like literally, I think he's 21 years old, and he's like the youngest. He is the youngest A24 director to make an A24 film, which I think is honestly really cool and inspiring, especially to like filmmakers like us. That's really cool.
I'm
Awesome.
excited for
I don't know
Michael
what to say to
Plus.
that.
Mark
Sounds good.
Duplass in the back rooms. The guy from
What was
Creep,
it?
and he's gonna be in the back rooms.
Mac.
The guy from Creep?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What?
yeah. Yeah, the actor.
Wait, which character from Creep?
We're
Is
gonna,
it the Creep?
The Creep.
yeah, the
'Cause I'm the Creep.
That's timely.
I love
That's-
Radiohead.
I'm the wit.
By the way, Mac, that's the only like major Radiohead song that Alex can quote.
I mean, like, I've probably heard other Radiohead songs, but like that's like the one.
You watched the movie with two Radiohead songs in it.
Which movie was that?
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh wait! If you remind
Radiohead
me,
actually wrote a song for one of these movies. And it's like the best Radiohead movie of all time, probably. In my opinion.
I'm totally not trying to think which one. It's Romeo plus Juliet, right?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, do we want to get into the actual film discussion itself? The three big boys. We
Yeah,
got
the three
today?
big.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh!
Alright. So, to go alphabetically, we actually have the guest himself with this film today, Didi, released in 2024. Alex, why don't you describe what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah, I'll describe what the flamingo this movie is. So, this is this film called Didi. It's centered around this 19-year-old boy. This movie takes place in 2008, which you can kind of see by the
Financial
I know,
crisis.
yeah. But this is the vibe of the movie and like the overall plot points of the film. But yeah, it follows this 13-year-old boy. You know, he learns what his family can't teach him through basically being like this middle schooler because he's not from America. His family is I want to say not Chinese,
Taiwanese.
but
Dude. That's the worst answer you got.
Wait. But essentially they're not from America, right? And
They're
Taiwanese.
They're Taiwan. Yeah,
Taiwanese, yes. They're from- This is a great start.
Chinese. That's like literally the country that's trying to attack.
I know.
They both
I
speak
know.
Mandarin, at least.
Yes. Yeah, and you know he's trying to fit in, right? He's trying to fit into the American school and trying to make friends, trying to get a girlfriend, right? Yeah, women, and
Don't do it, man.
Dude.
yeah, and that's base of the movie. Me explained poorly by me, but I picked the film. It's been on my watch list for quite a while. For honestly, since I kind of started Letterboxd, I saw it. I was like, ooh, this is kind of new.
I feel like you started that about before.
I don't. It's just been on my watch list for a while, and
Fair.
yeah, I think it would have been a great choice for podcasts. See what you guys thought of it, and yeah.
Before we get into that, what did you think about it?
Me? Little me.
Yeah, you picked that.
Yeah, so I thought the movie was fantastic. It was very like a good slice of life, comedy, but also drama. It had that that awkwardness feel that probably like every teenager around this age feels. You know, trying to be all cool and trying to fit into that cool kid group. Yeah, I thought it was a really good way of showing like even the like how everyone tries to fit into a group that even though they're different, right? Whether that be from different culture, like trying to fit into a different culture, or just a different group in general. And I thought that was a very cool concept in the way that they handled it in the film. I thought it was amazing. The actors in this movie, even the kids, were simply great. Isaac Wang.
God, you were going over a lot.
Yeah. Well,
He's a
I'll wrap it up.
guest. Let him.
Yeah, Isaac Wang.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I played Butch. Play the main character.
Wait, what?
Isaac Wang. Who plays the
like Wang.
the kid in the film? He
Isaac
yeah.
Wang?
Oh, it's a
did I say it right?
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I thought he did fantastic.
Yeah.
The main character, along with the rest of the cast, especially the younger cast, as they're like the ones that we follow the most in the film. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now and on to you guys.
Shut the fuck up. No, I'm joking with you. Overall, I did really enjoy Didi. There were some problems I ran into it, which I will get into early. Yeah. Both of them know what I'm talking about, but again, I'll get into that later. But for what I was able to experience, really enjoyed it. It really had that nice nostalgic feel. It's weird to have nostalgia over early YouTube. God, I'm feeling old every minute. But yeah, really great time. What did you think, Mac, who just watched it 30 minutes before?
That's crazy work, and I love it.
Yeah, I did. I finished it like 30 minutes before the podcast. More like 20 minutes
Okay,
before the
just
podcast.
speed ran through the whole movie.
Mac
20
watched
minutes.
it.
Yeah, watch it on full-time speed so I can finish it. No, I'm kidding.
Kind of like what Kermit did that one.
2.5 extra
like
speed.
not the same thing. But.
I really liked it. They're all nostalgic for old YouTube and how like the internet used to look.
That's what I really like about the film as well. Like, even though we were like, like what, 3-4 years old in 2008.
I was 6.
Dude, I still remember old YouTube.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, right? Because we still grew up in that time, so it was.
Me at the zoo.
It was.
Where you?
Like, it was so cool to see like older internet. You know, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, really well edited.
Yeah.
Because those sequences with the old YouTube, like they feel very like.
I love the screen, like when the film takes place on like a computer screen, and you're seeing what the characters are going through online, and yet you can still feel how the characters are feeling in the moment by how it's filmed on the. Even if it's like you're just seeing like the screen of like a YouTube page, or what was the other website? Like there was a bunch of other websites, but like MySpace, right?
Problem one.
It was cool to see like you could still see how the characters are feeling, like how like if they type something slowly, or if they're moving the mouse in a certain way. So I was able to see like if they were able to catch how the characters were feeling in a moment without even like showing them. I thought that was good.
The editor for this film was Ariel Zokowski. I'm pretty sure. I think this is like her. Oh wait, no, she edited the film. A film you've seen, Alex. The film Missing. Before
I have seen that. Wow, that's actually crazy.
So aren't they both like centered around the internet? I think we're finding.
Yes, it is. Well, it's more like yes. No, it's a different genre, but
Yeah. Okay,
Doesn't
look
see a
at the
pattern.
poster.
Yeah, I did really like how, like you were saying, Alex, how they delivered information via online. It felt like it was a very creative way to do it. Like how, for example, Mac, you're gonna help me out with the name because you just literally finished this movie not too long ago. Who was the name of Wing Wing's friend? Like the friend at the beginning.
which
What?
friend is it?
The friend's name in the
Pakistan
beginning?
friend. Yeah.
Fahad.
Like how, not to get too into it because I'll say that for more in the spoiler section, but how their friendship that's kind of delivered via the internet, like how like MySpace pages kind of deliver how like their friendship is kind of like deteriorating as the film goes on. again, not getting into specifics right now, but I really like how that was able to deliver it in that way without feeling like it's like an exposition dump or like anything like odd. I really like that. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, I love how natural the film felt, whether that be dialogue or
Oh,
acting.
dude,
Like
Yeah.
that's how
great.
kids act and talk to each other. Like that's perfect. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like they had the script and they were like, "Hey guys, just go base off this format and just talk." I would not be.
I could
I would.
I could see
It
Sam.
felt-
What? Sorry.
a lot of movies with like kids, teenagers, the dialogue feels really like fake and like forced.
Like a 29-year-old man wrote it.
Yeah, like a 40-year-old man wrote it.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this it felt really natural. This is a lot of swearing.
Like
I
the
didn't
way
do,
the way
but
they like, each other or act around each other was definitely like super like, natural. Like when the kids are all
Yeah.
like gathering up, there was like this certain joke in the movie, where like it's like it's kind of like a running gag, and it felt so natural and so funny. Um, yeah, that was cool.
I'm thinking of a really specific story in the movie, but we'll save that for spoilers.
Fair, valid. I could see like what you're going off with, Alex. How it can be kind of like a Mike Lee film, where like he kind of doesn't. He has his actors improvise to get the best performances.
Right.
Just to give you reference, Mac, Mike Lee is the director of Happy Go Lucky, as we talked about
Oh.
on this podcast.
Yeah, that was really cool.
But yeah, so like kind of like that, where it's like where there's a general script, but you have to improvise. Which honestly, I think that's the way to do it, because I do agree with that testament. Where as long as the general idea is getting across, and the performance feels natural, who really gives a shit about being word to word. I know some screenwriters are really stingy about that, like they want the actors to say like the script word for word, but I don't know. I kind of feel like as long as like improvisation is consistent and clear, I think that would be it gets like the best performances. Which who knows? Maybe everything that I've been saying applied nothing to Didi and it was word for word. But either way, performances are all great. Like you were saying, all the child actors are great. Joe Shin, if I'm pronouncing the last name correctly. She was also great as the mother.
Sure.
I really liked her. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I kind of wish we got a little bit more of her perspective, because she was a really interesting character. I get the movie's about Wing Wing, like it can't be also just about her. But there was a lot about her subplot, about how her like paintings were struggling to like help her financially, and how her emotional struggles and to connect with Wing Wing. I think it was so emotionally interesting that I kind of just wish there was a little bit more to it.
Yeah, her and
Because-
her mother-in-law as well.
Which, by the way, fun fact: the mother-in-law, that's actually the director's grandmother.
Oh.
One of his grandmothers.
What? Dang.
Yeah, like
That's
just
awesome.
the year before, he did a documentary short film with her and his other grandmother. It was nominated for best documentary short film, but it didn't win.
Brown.
Yeah, but I do really like how Sean Wang is, because this is like the director's first like feature length debut. And I do like how like obviously it's not perfectly told, but I do like how he's able to at least like tell a story like in a way that feels like his own. Like it's very raw and authentic, and I really like how kind of like what we've been saying, like how the screenplay feels very authentic, the performances feel authentic. I guess we can get more into like the character of Wayne Wayne himself, because the movie is mainly centered around his emotional struggles with to give like a few like his struggles to connect with his family, his deteriorating friendships, him trying to impress a girl, but that not going consistently. But yeah, I feel like we should probably get more into that. Does anyone want to do a lead for that?
More going to the struggle.
Yeah, like spoiler free.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
You know,
I can dive in. Teacher. Professor.
teacher.
I can do it. Yeah. So I would say that comes in more into the second and third act mostly. Like I said, trying to be more relatable, trying to get into certain friend groups or like certain societies, I guess. Trying to more.
We live in a society.
So you see, like we got the character of Wang Wang, trying to trying to more fit in, especially at school, trying to get the girl of his dreams. I just overall really like the relatability of the problems that Wang Wang has. Like even though not everyone can relate specifically to like going from another country or like what's the word I'm trying to use here?
I believe in you.
Yes.
Like growing up with like a different culture at home.
Different culture in general.
Cultural differences.
Yeah, cultural differences and like trying to fit more in. But I think everyone can like relate to trying to fit in general, trying to be more cool, and not being yourself, and more to try to be like everyone else in the group. And I think the movie did that in a very authentic way. And even with this, there's also like family problems in the movie, not just with Wang Wang trying to fit in with like his school. More like there's also problems with his family, with his sister and his mom, his grandma as well.
I mean, the first 5 minutes has like Wang Wang getting so mad at his sister, he like pees in the bottle.
Which first off, how do you
bottle too?
How do you
he shakes it
think
up.
that? And I'm pretty sure it's like kind of implied, like that's not even the first time he's done that. Which is like, how do you even think of that? My sister would
got the
murder
shampoo bottle, and I was like, "Oh, please be pee."
Or maybe
please don't do anything else in the bottle.
Maybe it is the other thing. I don't know. But,
oh, you thought it was the other thing.
I was like, please, and then it was pee.
Do you have anything additional you wanted to go out to comments, Mac, about Wayne Wing's struggles for the spoiler-free section, at least?
Well, there's a few things I'll say about the struggles for the spoiler, but yeah, I mean he's like the only Asian kid in like most of his in like his new friend circles, but like his old buddies, from the start, from like a middle school, they're like mostly Asian, so like him having to go out and try to relate to these people that don't know him at all, and they're from like different cultures as well. It's like, I don't know, like a struggle.
Yeah.
Well.
I did find some interesting things out by just looking at the cast. Like, you know how in the film, at one point one of the kid characters mentions the director Spike Jones.
Yeah, he's in the movie. I saw that the guest.
Yeah, he voices the rat.
The rat.
Oh,
the squirrel.
The squirrel. Yeah.
Oh, we have the same birthday. Wow, he's old. Yeah.
Also, Stephanie Shu is in the movie. She was the kissing tutorial instructor, the voice.
Oh.
The daughter for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
wow. That's cute. Honestly, at first,
I like how.
first,
Go ahead.
when I was watching the film, speaking of like the videos, I was like, did they just look up random videos and just use them? But it makes more sense that they made the videos themselves.
That would be insane if they just stole a bunch of random videos, took it as their
Right.
own. So I should get into a big thing about my experience with this film and why it kind of alienated me from the film. Now I should preface this by saying one thing clearly. What I'm about to say is not the film's fault. It did not intend for this. It was clearly not aiming for this, but there's a certain thing I gotta mention about Didi. So, since this film is now out and all like digital and stuff, I want to say be careful the way you watch it because, so as we were saying, the film is centered around like a Taiwanese family. So there are certain times in the film where not only are the characters speaking English, but they're speaking Taiwanese, Mandarin. But for some reason, depending on where you find your subtitles and how you watch it, it will give you the subtitles for the English segments, but not the Taiwanese segments for some reason. And I was unfortunately the poor bastard who didn't get that. So there are long stretches in the film where I just straight up had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what these characters were feeling. I had no idea what they were saying. I mean, I got the general concept of the scene down, but that came more from just watching a bunch of other movies and getting the general concept of that down, rather than like understanding characters, what they're saying, and their emotional struggles in particular. So, and unfortunately, it does kind of not, I would say, ruin the film for me, but more, it kind of pushes the film back from reaching a greater status than it could. So, I will say right now, be forewarned how you watch TV, folks. I'm assuming you both rented it, like through like Apple TV or whatever.
Well, originally it was on a certain.
Yeah, YouTube.
It was on a certain streaming app where I can like see it for free, but then I tried to finish it and it was off that app, so I had to rent it. But
You also rented it, Mac?
Yeah, I rented it off YouTube, and the subtitles weren't in Mandarin there.
That's good.
Well, the subtitles were in English, but it did the Mandarin.
Yeah. Yeah, so, again, folks, if you want to watch this movie and you want to understand everything about this movie, unless you know perfect Mandarin, you're probably going to have to rent it. So, be careful how you do that. I just wanted to put that warning before we get into anything else, because, man, it kind of sucks that I have to say that, but, yeah, I experienced that, and I had times where I emotionally struggled to connect with the characters. So,
first off, if anyone's listening to this podcast who knows Mandarin and English, like that's awesome, bro.
Congrats, bilingual.
Rise
stand up and sit down.
Yeah, sound off in the comments. Leave 10 comments.
Leave your comments and Mandarin.
5 in English, 5 in Mandarin.
Leave 10 comments in English and 10 comments in Mandarin.
Imagine you guys like wake up the next day after uploading. Why is there like 20 comments?
10,000.
Hey, we have 20 comments, and it's like 10, like all from the same dude. 10 in English and 10 freaking.
And it's just like the most basic. Like,
great video.
It's just like spam, like so 19 more times. You had something else you were gonna say along with that. Yeah. Because you said first of all.
If I did, I completely forgot what I was going to say. But drop the mic. Yeah.
So far, I can't really think of anything else massive that I felt was like particularly strong or particularly negative about Didi. Do you guys have any other points you wanted to talk about with this film? Spoiler.
Going kind of back to what I said earlier, I want to go more into the family aspect, like the family dynamics of Didi and like the family there, like with the sister and especially the grandma.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
the grandma parts were actually very interesting, especially towards the end, which I guess we talked more about six of that in spoiler. But
I thought she was gonna die.
that lady.
The whole movie. I was
Well,
like, well, she's just like my grandma, but not because she didn't die in the movie.
yeah.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, I had the subtitles issue, so you're gonna have to ask Mac what she thought about the whole grandma.
Oh, true. Grandma was mean.
Grandma was mean. Like, there were multiple scenes.
But I was like, whoa, she's like my grandma.
Like, especially towards the mom. God dang, bro.
Yeah, which, okay, at first I was like, okay, mom and daughter, yeah, that's how they be acting. But that's not even her daughter, it's her daughter-in-law.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I felt even worse for the mom.
Yeah. Like, there were multiple scenes where she was in the background, just telling the mom what...
She's like, worthless.
Yeah. The mom just takes it. I love the mom, by the way. The mom character...
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, she was kind of my favorite character.
I don't blame you. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
I love painters.
That is not what I thought.
Bilingual painters stand up.
First, I was really confused.
Yeah, that's not what I thought you said. That's the slur.
What?
What?
Anyway, painters.
He said Kermit's favorite slur. I was like, whoa.
Kermit mentioned.
Kermit mentioned!
Oh, Kermit.
Yeah, we know you.
Wow, okay.
So, again, I can't give like a full 100% opinion on the family dynamic. I would probably have to do like a rewatch with actual working subtitles to fully get into that. But for what I got, I can mainly talk about the sister dynamic because that at least was fucked over entirely by the English.
Right.
Fucked over. And I do like how it's like it kind of like shows like the tougher aspects of like sibling relationships because like as somebody who has 3 siblings, I can definitely say that like there are times where you want to fucking rip your siblings face off.
Yeah, there's times where you want to pee in their lotion bottle, shake it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do other stuff to the bottle.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. I was like, there's no way he's doing that to his sister.
Professional testing.
But
and then I was like, okay, he's peeing.
But to get into like so they established early on in the film that the sister is moving over to university to start her college education, and I kind of like how as the that gets closer and closer, how it kind of like how we see a more like sympathetic side of their relationship, where like they're kind of just like any other sibling. They have hard days, they have good days, but at any day, really, they do love each other, even if it is a lot more like tough love.
Of course.
Points.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was particularly strong. I could definitely tell the mom and son dynamic was great for the little bit I got.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I didn't get like a good 60 to 70% of it, especially like the big final.
I was gonna say, Jason, like I'm gonna see you just watching the movie during like the speech part, and you have no idea what they're saying.
I was like for the few times she spoke English, it showed, and I was like, oh.
What?
Oh, that and then you know, of course, every language has like some loan words to other languages. So she's speaking like fully in Mandarin, and then there's like one English word. So I can imagine how that would be really good.
Yeah, it was weird.
So whatever the English word came up.
But
She's
yeah,
like
I do.
speaking Mandarin. Vivian speaking Mandarin. Sleepover.
So it's like every
Yeah.
English word is like, okay, got it. And then
You're like,
Got
okay,
it,
right?
got it.
10 minutes later, another English word, got it.
Yeah, Didi is gonna be added into the. I gotta rewatch it at some point because I definitely didn't get all of it.
Yeah.
Type of films, but unlike other films where that's added because I didn't fully get everything that was going on based on like themes and like symbolism, this was just that I didn't understand literally what the characters were saying, like in a literal sense, not even in a metaphorical sense. But do we have anything else we want to discuss before spoiling the shit out of Didi?
I think. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I really like the lighting.
Oh, it has like that weird nostalgic lighting.
Lots of warm
If that makes
lighting.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah,
No, it makes sense.
especially the outdoor scenes.
Well, let's get into the spoilers in that case. Folks, we are now going to be spoiling the shit out of Didi. If you do not want to see, let me start that over. If you do not want to be spoiled by Didi, by your discussion by it, there is a timestamp in the YouTube video itself. Use that to skip the spoilers. Otherwise, we're spoiling the shit out of Didi. 3, 2, 1, spoiler. Go crazy. Say whatever.
Squirrel.
Dead
Dead
squirrel.
Dead
Dead
squirrel.
squirrel.
Dead squirrel.
Talking fish.
Sorry, had to get that on my system.
That like trip out scene was.
It really caught me off guard at first. I was like, what the frick? Yeah.
Some fun VFX work for a film you would not expect.
Yeah, I love it. It kept me on my toes. But
And then the cut to him throwing up in the bathroom and his sister.
That was a
like,
yeah,
petting him
that
on
was a
the
fun
back.
cut. Again, really great editing.
Yeah.
so I guess we should get into like the big spoily. Man,
Spoil the
I know
fuck
English,
out
but I also don't know English. You know what I'm saying?
darling, I'm not that much better than you. It's okay.
Sometimes somebody says a word and you're like, huh? I've never
What
heard
are you?
of
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Not like often, but sometimes I'm like,
No, yeah. All.
I know you're not using that word like on a daily basis. It's not real.
It's not real.
You looked in the thesaurus before you got here.
You looked in the
I
dictionary.
looked at my dictionary.
Or you not really.
Exactly.
Well, I guess to start off with, so going back to like Didi's like old friend group and how that kind of like decreases. I kind of like how it's more depicted as a slow like departure rather than like this big dramatic blowout of like two like friends yelling at each other and screaming. I like how it's more like small things and how like small showcases of like I guess to go like with an example like how when Wing Wing's looking at his MySpace page, how he's not like in his top 25, was it?
MySpace stuff.
It was
Yeah.
top something.
Yeah, MySpace,
Yeah, MySpace.
AOL.
Yeah, how he's not featured on there, and how he was gonna start like connecting back to him, but after seeing that, he gets the impression that, oh, I will literally be wasting my time because he literally wants nothing to do with me, and why should I waste my time thinking that I could go back to like talking to someone when it's clear that our friendship is gone. Like that is a real feeling that a lot of people really would experience, even with like those days close. And I like how like this film depicts it a lot more quieter sense because unfortunately those friendships end very quietly. Like there's no real event that causes that friendship to deteriorate. It's more like, oh, small things here and there happen, and now this person pretends I no longer exist, and I pretend I no longer exist. So that was one aspect I thought was pretty cool. What about you guys? Any other like aspects of that?
Like, bro, you nailed it because it's so realistic and so relatable, like I've been saying. Uh, yeah, because it didn't end in a big argument, right? It was just a bunch of little stuff, and yeah, they just kind of stopped being. I'm assuming you're talking about the taller guy that Didi was. Yeah, he was
Fahad?
that guy. Of how like
Yeah.
he was with a crew,
Yeah.
and he was kind of being a little mean to him, especially with him trying to impress that girl. But then towards the end of the movie, like they kind of switched roles in a bit with the whole like car space, the whole car thing after the party of them being like, oh no, we don't have any room, sorry, womp womp, and then it happens in reverse, which I thought was cool. And I love how at the end, despite everything, they kind of give each other a little head nod at the end.
To give it like a
Yeah.
little bit of hopefulness, like someday they'll reconnect, even if it's not.
That
like,
might be my favorite part. One of my favorite parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a nice
realistic. Nothing is black and white, right? Yeah, I thought that was cool to see. He did not get the girl at the end, unfortunately. But I was rooting for my man. I was rooting for him.
Damn it.
But no.
But she did say, she said see you later, or see you around. So there's a chance.
My man not fumbled the bag.
But
Not fumbled the bag.
But I think with the MySpace thing, that's like really realistic. Cause like you get in your head about like stuff like that when, they didn't really talk over the summer, so maybe he just called the people he hung out with over the summer as top friends instead of like Assenger or something.
Right.
But the whole time he's gonna be like, he hates my guts and he wants me to die. But then they see each other and they're like, oh yeah, we could still be friends.
I do think also this film does do a good job of thinking like self-isolation. Because the main problem that Wei Ling is experiencing is that he's increasingly feeling like no one he can talk to. Like his sister is moving away to college, his old friend group is falling apart, his new friend group, he's really struggling to really find any form of strong connection, and he ends up lying about being a good videographer, and his videography skills are ass.
Yeah.
You can admit that at least.
Like when he's running away and they're like, bro, I was like dying in my seat at that scene. I'm like,
that
no,
scene,
bro.
I was sinking in it, but how like increasingly like how a lot of these like things that he's struggling to connect with are falling apart. How he feels a sense that really the problem is just him, and how he's so strong with that mentality that he begins to isolate himself from everybody, even like people that he was originally going with, like the girl he was trying to get with. For example, he ends up like blocking her and pretending she didn't exist, and how that ends up exploding in that car scene with Wayne Wang and his mother, which eventually leads to the everything that comes with that, like him running away for a brief moment, that speech that I have no idea what was said. I really, really like how it feels like I've seen films that are depicted stronger than Didi, but I like how it's more like in a younger perspective because unfortunately there are a lot of young people that do experience that feeling of like they shouldn't belong because they've done a couple of careless mistakes that means that they no longer have a place. I really like that a lot. Again, not like the best depiction ever, but I do really like it a lot.
I think it's even more relevant now because the internet is a lot bigger and more kids have access to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like, instead of like talking with my friends, I'm gonna play Roblox all day because I don't have any friends. It's like
true. If this was a few years later, you would be like playing Roblox like 20 hours a day.
Talking to Fahad and Maddie on Roblox, and then
we need a
Roblox.
modern day remake with him on freaking Fortnite.
They just gave out 2 years ago.
That'll be
Fortnite.
But
I gotta mute my Discord. My mom is in my room speaking Mandarin.
average experience. But I've been going off for quite a bit. Do you guys like have any like big things about like spoiler wise that you like, dislike? Just any reactions? Really, anything you want to go over?
I just really love the squirrel story. That
Squirrel!
was crazy. Fahad was like, "Don't tell the squirrel story," and he did.
bro, yeah. I mean, have you ever like told a story to like a group of people and they're just so uninterested?
And
Nobody laughs.
Nobody laughs, and they just look at you, and you're like, "What? That's not funny." Yeah.
This funny.
And that one girl was like, that's like animal cruelty. No, it's
It was
not
already
because
dead.
it was already dead.
Stupid.
It's just a little disturbing. But it's not animal cruelty.
Middle schoolers have done worse.
Yep.
You know, they're gangsters in the streets. Yes.
Farside,
Middle school.
Asian gangster, or whatever he
Yes.
said.
The first Hennon using the G word.
Wait, what G word? What?
G-spot rocking the G-spot.
It's getting
Don't expose me like that.
He's reaching up there.
I'll tell you
Stop
yours.
touching it,
What?
then, bitch.
What is it? Yeah.
Oh. What?
I love yeah.
Anyhow.
Let's see. Just overall how relatable the movie is. Like, I love the scene with his friends, and they're watching back flips and kind of revealing how Wang Wang kind of lied to them about his skills. And then his mom comes into the room, and he's all embarrassed. And once he snapped at his mom, even his friends are like, "Yo, that's not cool." I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. His like senior high school friends were like,
Yeah,
that's not cool.
because he's
I
trying to
think
fit
that's
in,
really
right?
cool.
But he got so embarrassed by his mom that he lashed out at his mom.
Yeah.
I do like that slow zoom in during that scene, but the cinematographer, Sam Levis, I would say the cinematography overall, I wouldn't call it like groundbreaking stuff, but there are moments where you could tell like they were allowed to like do some like, fun ideas. Once again, the trippy party scene, there was some fun camera movements going on there. I really liked that a lot. But yeah, I would say like that scene was really fun and how maybe not fun, but really interesting in how like the camera is so like quiet, but that slow zoom in itself, it really tells you everything about like how his lies kind of like sinking in, and then it's like, oh fuck, I'm actually gonna just lie to these people just to help mask my loneliness.
Yeah.
I guess, what did you guys think about like the big confrontation scene with Wayne Wing and Mother? I feel like it's
a very important scene. I love that. I love his relationship with his mom, especially. They're like not really the only two things, but like they only have each other because the grandma is constantly nagging at the mom, and the brother is always fighting with his sister. So I feel like that's like the most important relationship in the movie, especially at that end there.
Yeah.
Because despite no matter how much he pushes his mom away, oh my god, I'm a genius. Like, no matter how much he pushes his mom away, she will always be there for him, which I think really shows that the ending shot, right? The ending shot with her being with him, despite kind of like losing all his friends. Not all of them, but like he felt like he did. yet still at the end though, he still has his mom, which I thought was very sweet. Sweet ending to that.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, folks.
Oh,
It's
sure.
A year after.
After Mother's Day, but yeah, the day after. Fuck off, fucking stupid bitch.
Oh wow, it really is just the day after.
But yeah, love your moms, folks.
Other than that,
Unless your mom's a cunt. Yeah, unfortunately, again, there's a lot of big moments that I cannot like fully discuss because again, subtitle issue. So I should just ask, like, what did you guys think about the final speech? I don't really didn't know what was going on, but what did you guys think about the speech that the mom gave overall?
I thought it was great, because she showed like, hey, I mean, you seem like pretty reserved, but like I really do care like so much.
yeah, I thought it was very sweet, very, very wholesome way to like kind of cap off the movie.
It's a way to describe the whole movie. It's like nice and sweet, despite being emotionally hard.
It's a good like life lesson movie.
Yeah.
In like very, because we all did stupid crap as kids, you know. Right?
I mean, everybody was stupid as a kid.
Yeah. We all picked
I mean,
up a
adults
dead
are fucking
squirrel.
stupid.
I ate a squirrel.
I have eaten
No.
squirrel,
Okay,
but like
continue.
fully cooked, you know. And it's just okay. It's not that
It
good.
was crunchy.
I had a squirrel in one bite. Well,
Did
the
you
cookie,
like?
yeah.
Did you reach in your mouth and pull?
Oh yeah,
out,
like in
the whole
cartoons.
skeleton?
Like whoop.
Yeah.
Like the fish bone.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else massive, spoiler-wise, that we haven't already mentioned. But maybe I'm missing something. What about you guys? Do you have
In terms of
anything
spoilers,
massive?
I can't really think of anything at the moment. How about you, Mac?
I feel like we covered it all except for Grandma.
I'm Big Fallen.
Grandma
She
got
was all alone
fallen
for
down.
3
That
hours.
must have been insane. Like
Yeah,
That must
in
suck.
California weather. That was so sad. But she didn't die, so yeah.
Oh, actually, I feel like we should kind of talk about. I mean, I know he's not in the film at all, but Wang Wang's father, right? I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the absence of that father figure. I think it does help give like a strong connection between like Wang Wang and his mother's relationship because they're both experiencing like people that they do love dearly suddenly departing away, and I do think that it makes like the final bits and pieces of the final scenes, which again can't give 100% clear opinion on. I will keep reiterating that, but from what I can tell by the little bits and pieces, that's what Sean Wang was going for, which I do think he did well. Again, you're gonna have to rewatch it with functioning subtitles. From the little bit that I can understand, I can see it. Yeah,
Right.
I can see
Because
it.
the father, they said in the movie that the dad went back to Taiwan for work to support the family in America, so he isn't there, and I think they never really said much other than that, but like it's still implied how that there's still that massive hole in that house because he's not there. Yeah,
His presence.
so that's cool. Cool way of showing it. Show don't tell.
Do we want to go to the thoughts, or do we have anything else?
How about you, Mac?
Yeah, I think I'm good. We're at like almost
Perfect.
an hour.
Yeah. Average collab episode. Alright, so overall, Didi was pretty good. The vibe was aesthetics of YouTube. The characters are really complex and interesting. The screenplay really allowed them to perform their best capabilities. Performances really solid. Some emotional aspects could have been a little bit more developed, in my opinion, and of course that subtitle issue. Unfortunately, going to put a big damper in my overall experience, even if again it's not the film's fault. But overall, really liked it a lot. What do you think? Let's just so we avoid talking with each other else.
Overall, I thought the film its relatability in how realistic it is in terms of its dialogue, the way the characters handle situations, the way the characters interact with each other, um, especially during that time period, which I think we can all relate to. I thought was very cool in the way they showed that era of um, like the 2000s, like late 2000s, early 2010s. I thought was really nostalgic. And really cool. It's definitely a sort of a slow burn movie. There's no explosions. Well, technically, a mailbox kind of explosion, but other than that, it's very slow, um, very chill. So, but I think I liked it for that. Um, Overall, very good vibe, very good movie, great acting, and yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts right now.
And what do you think, Matt?
I thought it was awesome. It almost made me cry one time, and yeah, I don't know. I'd probably watch it again. It was like a slow burn, but it was short, so it didn't feel like a drag. They used the time very wisely.
I would probably give this film a good old 7 out of 10. That could increase or decrease. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll have subtitles next time.
I would give. I'm between a 7 or an 8. I put a 7 on my letterbox, so I think I'm gonna stick to that. It's a high 7 for me.
I think I'd go with an 8.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Nice. Alright. Well, we got the first film out of the way. Now we're just not wasting time. Let's get into the next one. My pick, which is No Other Choice. The latest in the filmography from Park Chan-wook. The film focused on a man named Mitsu, who recently got fired from his job, and after a couple of months go by him job searching and getting absolutely nowhere, and since he's the main person who brings the money home for his wife and his children, the financial costs start to hit him significantly. So he decides to take matters into his own hands when he decides to work for a paper company, but he notices that there's some decent competition around him. And that's that is the amount I can say for the plot summary, because there's a lot that happens in this movie, and wow, man, I fucking love.
I don't blame.
I fucking love
it.
every every single movie I've seen from his, with maybe the exception of Joint Security Area, but that was still a really good movie. Has been like some of the most powerful, engaging pieces of art that I have ever watched, and No Other Choice is really up there as my favorite from this filmography. I really love like every decision made. I love the story. I love pretty much everything this film went for. I ended up loving, even if this film went in completely different directions than I had any idea for. But before we get into all of that, what did you think?
Well, I went into this movie completely blind, not knowing a thing about it, and I think that is the best way to tackle this movie, because it has it has so many twists and turns, and when the moment like actually hit, I'm like, oh, I am all in on this movie. All the characters are played fantastically by other actors. The cinematography alone had me hooked. um, right out of the bed. And
Yeah, it's a
I love how the more it goes on, the more you see this main character in this situation, and a part of you is like, a part of you knows that it's wrong. I mean, it is wrong what he's doing, but a part of you is like, I hope he gets what he's trying to get, you know, and the whole time,
Yeah.
it's not a great thing he's doing, but yeah, I think this movie is definitely about the best movie um, out of the three, I would say. Um, I'm not spoiling nothing.
Well, don't spoil it. We
You never know.
Blazing
You
Romeo
never know.
plus Juliet. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, maybe that's the best movie.
But like overall, it's one of the best movies I would say I've seen.
Before we get into that,
In a while.
what did you think, Matt?
I thought it was awesome. There was so many cool editing things. There's so many cool transitions where I was just like, whoa, okay.
I guess that is. Sorry, were you gonna continue?
It was kind of stressful, but I like thrillers. I like movies that are kind of stressful, so that was alright.
I mean, your first film thing was
Banger.
What? There's not a lot of basements in San Francisco. Sorry. Yeah, I thought it was a little silly that his children were C1 and Re1, and then his dogs were C2 and
I
Re2.
did.
Maybe that's like a language barrier joke. But I don't think it was because the teacher called Re1 Re1. Okay, so it's not a joke. They really gave their dogs and their kids the same name.
So I feel like one thing I'm curious about is, for you in particular, Alex, this was your first of Park Chan-wook's month. You've never seen a film from this director before.
Oh, you haven't seen
not.
Old Boy?
It's on my list.
Yeah, he's not seen Old Boy. Yeah. But I am curious.
I love his style.
About his style
The entire time, I absolutely loved it. I love how, I don't know if this is how he is for all his movies. I love how he definitely added a lot of comedy to the film, even if it was.
I would say this film is a lot more comedic compared to his other films because.
I mean, I figured that.
Old Boy is not.
But like the way how
like
subtle.
I will tell you that right.
I think made the comedy bits even better.
I think that the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Old Boy made me laugh at the end, but it was like out of shock.
Out of like pure sanity.
Yeah. No, this can't be happening. But that's all I'll say about Old Boy. I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Old Boy? Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch that yourself, Alex. But yeah, I love this director overall. Like I've said, I think it's either 4 or 5 films by now. I think it's 5. But either way, I've really fallen in love with this director, and I think currently he is one up there as like the best like filmmaker to be currently working today. Like he knows his shit. He knows everything he's doing. And I guess to get into like the main obvious thing that you'll probably see people talking about with this movie, the editing is really fucking slick. Really goddamn fucking slick. Love it. Really love it. If you love scene transitions, you are literally gonna be like a fucking see like fucking gold with this movie. What I love about it is that not only is it just like Park Chan-wook style, because Alex, if you watch any other Park Chan-wook film, it's literally the same in style. Like this is not that much different. safer and it's just more cleaner overall.
Imagine, like, the first movie you watch, and, like, the first editing you see is Elvis, and then the second movie you watch is No Other Choice.
That would be insane.
That would be fucking
Like, I think your head would
hilarious.
explode. If you see this stupid Ferris wheel record transition in Elvis and you watch this, I think your mind would blow up and you'd, like, die.
And there are so many transitions that I really love how like a lot of them like symbolize. Like I won't spoil this one too much, but there is like one in particular that really has stuck with my mind ever since I watched it. It's a fade-in transition where the main character, Mansu, is like shoveling something. That's all I'll say, and then it slowly fades into a shot of his wife sleeping like in their bed. There's something about that fade-in that has really stuck with me for a while, and I think it's like the symbolic imagery of like what that means, like the context of the scene. Again, can't say the context of the scene because it's a massive spoiler, but I really love how like the editing. It's not just meant to be flashy for the sake of flashy. It also kind of like adds a lot of like a certain energy and a certain like vibe to it, like and they don't just do like classic fade-ins or scene transitions. Sometimes the dialogue adds to the editing. Like for example, so at the beginning of the film, Mansu is given what was it, like fish, like salmon?
Yes.
Yep.
He was given some sort of food.
Eel.
And later, eel, yeah, eel. So, and then we learn 10 minutes later, when they give you the eel, that means they're basically kicking your ass out. And we find that out when another worker said they didn't give you the eel right. And then it cuts to a shot of Mansu, who is like looks utterly fucking devastated because he pretty much lost like the only way he could financially support his family. Like I love how the editing is not just look at this fun flashy scene transition cough cough, but more just like hey, here's how we can do like this fun editing idea, but also make sense of the story. Really brilliant editing. One of the editors has been Park Chan-wook's longtime editor. He's edited for like all his movies basically. And the other one seems to be more of a new guy, but he really understood the assignment just as much. Like you could tell, like nothing feels like amateur in terms of the editing. Nothing feels amateur overall. The editing in particular, it is still pretty fucking smooth. But before I continue rambling, I've been kind of going with Alex first. Mac, was there something you wanted to particularly mention about No Other Choice? Spoiler free wise.
The music.
Oh, I agree.
Awesome.
Dude, the score had me
I
bumping.
love the score of this movie. Oh, dude. Also, longtime collaborator with Park Chan-wook. He's the composer. He's worked on every single one of his films. What makes him great is that he finds a way to blend classical music with his own tracks. So when you're listening to a score, you're kind of listening to like this kind of remix, but it has its like own like score to it. It's particularly really brilliant, and Lady Vengeance, a film I would definitely recommend to both of you. Mac, I feel like you would really love Lady Vengeance, honestly. But yeah, I love the music. So good, so fucking good. Like as soon as that opening shot began with that fucking like Beethoven piece and like the slow like tilt down to the main character Billy Wheel, I fucking knew I was in for a ride. Like I already knew it just from that shot down below. Like fucking.
I did not know that about the composer, but that makes a lot of sense. As I listened to the soundtrack during the movie,
If we're talking about music, man, I still am thinking about that one pop song. Of course, we can't mention it entirely.
We'll get to
right
it.
now.
We'll get to it.
You know the song I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
I was like, okay, this is kind of bumping. Alright.
Yeah. But
oh no, I was agreeing with you.
I kind of interrupted you. Alex, what were you saying? Yeah, but I guess also like as Alex mentioned, sorry. The cinematography for this film is also so precise and so meticulously put together. Like, this is a great example of a film that's really well shot without being super flashy. Because there are some films out there that think that looking nice means they have good cinematography. When cinematography is more than just the look itself, it's about what you're conveying with the shot. And no other choice. I mean, like, for example, there's a shot where after Mansu does a certain act, the wife of a character starts chasing him down, and there's a shot where it doesn't move, but it shows Mansu just running away, and the wife just barely keeping up. I really thought that shot was really great in showing the space and showing the how it just it's kind of like it kind of feels like we're just a random hiker who saw this character running off with no context. Yeah, love the camera work overall. Really, really love it. Dude, that fucking shot of the character drinking that beer, and it's well, there's two shots of him drinking beer. It's just so fucking.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
really.
Oh, sorry.
But
Mansu drinking the beer with the shot in it, and you're in the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, that shot is fucking awesome. That shot is so cool.
It was, but it made me laugh a little.
It's a funny shot. I mean, that fucking shot of him following that first guy, the guy who's taking over his house after Mansu's financial problems caused him not to be able to keep the house.
Yeah.
That shot with the I don't know what that's called, the mirror thing, how it's showing one character leaving, one character entering. I fucking oh my fucking god, love it, love it, love it, love it. Sorry, I love it when movies are good.
I love the zoom in, zoom out, especially the zoom out. A lot of certain scenes. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
And so many dual shots where we're seeing two characters at the same time, like you mentioned.
Yeah. And I like how some scenes are directed where something is first shown in a new not where two characters will be interacting, but the shot later on shows them as if they're right next to each other talking. There's a phone call scene where how that ends up being shot in the end. Also, the editing helps with that as well, but how that is shot in the end, it's the characters are right next to each other. I fucking love it. It's so it's these characters are end up becoming claustrophobic towards each other's presence. It's so fucking really, really good.
Because you can't have just amazing cinematography. It had to make no sense to the story, right? Because it's like having a cake, no frosting on it. You know. I mean, if you don't like frosting, then I guess. But then you're lame, right? But what's great about this movie is it has a bunch of great shots in it that still it tells the story with the visuals, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
We need more
Exactly.
show, don't tell.
I do want to start.
What did you guys think about the
the main guy who plays the main character? He also plays in the show Squid Game, and I think he is the best actor in that movie.
Yeah,
and I think he's also, I would say, the best actor in this one as well. At least he's my favorite character. As we follow him, you can see the transition from him at the start all the way to who he becomes at the end, and I thought that was simply an amazing performance by him. And how he does it.
Yeah. Lee, I fucking put the name down, but I forget how to pronounce it.
for sure.
Lee Ping Young, I'm pretty sure. Um, I love how Park Chan Wook kind of like went different with like his performance compared to like a lot of the other ones because in like a lot of his movies, Old Boy and Lady Avengers in particular, the main actor is giving a very big and explosive performance, which that's not to be insulting. Both of those actors do an incredible job. Choi Min Suk and I can't remember the actress's name for Lady Vengeance, but they are both like more like big and explosive. Like you really feel the heaviness and the emotions in those characters. But Lee, in No Other Choice, the main performance it's a lot more subtle in its pure insanity. But it's so like still like fucking like brilliant in like how it's like you see the moments where he's breaking, but there's also the moments where he's doing everything he can to hide. And man, I really fucking wish he got like a nomination at the Oscars because he was getting recognition at the Golden Globes. Like, why the fuck did he get an Oscar?
Yeah.
He can fucking replace. Honestly, I would have preferred it.
That's
the actual
discussion.
Um, no, I think he did good, but I don't think it was Oscar worthy in the slightest. But what did you think about the performance of that?
I thought they were outstanding. I thought that him and like the wife character, the wife actress, Sun Yijin.
Yeah.
I thought they both did a fantastic job. It's like,
yeah, she was great as well. I loved her.
Yeah. It's like sometimes she's like hard to read, like on purpose. But I don't know, because she's kind of like conflicted. I don't really say too much. Spoiler free.
Yeah.
But she does a really good job of like portraying that, like, is she on board? Is she not on board? Is she cheating? Is she not? We won't know into the spoiler.
I can also
the spoiler discussion. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I'm sorry. I just
I said we won't know until the spoiler discussion.
So one, I guess to try to like combine like that two things. So the screenplay and the overall story of this film is one that is very subtle. It's very this film honestly was a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. But that is not like saying that in a negative sense. It was just a lot more different than I thought it would be. But it's very slow and meticulous with how it tells the story and how. Now, obviously, I don't know everything about South Korea and how its culture is like. But one thing I know about South Korea is that it is a capitalist government, which is similar to, hey, I'm a Yankee, America. We're also a capitalist government, and so while of course it's South Korea has a lot of differences compared to America. There's still that main thing where the system is like, you go to work, you earn money, you go home, you work more, and you're like stuck in that cycle. And I don't know what the job market is currently like in South Korea, but as someone who struggled a lot to like get a job consistently, I find it interesting to see how like the sanity of like job searching how it drives you to a boiling point and how you try everything you can just to support the people that you love, and to the extreme in this film's case. But overall, like there are people who struggle to find jobs for like more than 3 months, like 11 months, years. I know my older brother Rob. He struggled to get a job for a year because no jobs would take him because they either like require more than a high school diploma education, or if they for some reason required a driver's license, even though he was in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is a little city. He didn't take a fucking subway to get to his job. But get back on track. I love how like how the screenplay is less about telling you like, oh, this main character is bad for what he's doing, but more about like, yes, his actions are very terrible. However, he is not somebody who did these actions because he just wanted to do it. He is someone who was driven by nature and he wanted to stay ahead of the curve. I really like how like this was written by 4 people, I believe, along with Park Chan-wook. I really love how the screenplay, not only that, but how the screenplay is legit, honest to God, really funny. It never like manages to like be like one tone consistently. It's also a really funny, like that scene where there's like they're like Mansu and his wife are arguing, and Mansu just out of nowhere starts barking.
Well, I saw
that scene was really, really funny.
The director kind of had inspiration of Looney Tunes. Like Looney Tunes shenanigans. It makes sense, right? Yeah.
Oh,
honestly, I could see it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with
Yeah.
the first big scene.
Yeah. You go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was not going to say anything, to be perfectly honest.
I think the rest of that after the Oven Mitts is also really.
Well, like actually, what were you? Back to what you were saying about the job thing. Like it must be. Like, because I also had a little bit of struggle getting a job as well. But it must be super stressful if when you lose your job, you have people to care for. That must be super insane, and I love how the movie shows that, and how the character dealt with it in the way he dealt with it. But but it was a cool way of representing that. I feel in a movie way.
Yeah, the working class are unfortunately the people who get like struggle the most with layoffs and job searching and just everything to currently do with the hellscape that is the job market currently.
Yeah.
And obviously, like the film is not just making it so like, oh, Mansu is the only one that's like providing money. I mean, the wife. What's her name? So we just love calling her a wife.
Miri?
Yeah. She's also taken a part-time job to help put money on the table, but obviously it's not enough. But you could tell, like, it was, like, the film says its title quite a bit. Like, I think this is the most I've heard a title drop in a movie in ever, maybe? I don't know. But the fact that there's that repetition tone kind of, like, goes forward with, like, comes back to, like, the current jobbing market. Like, you are so fucking desperate to take any job you want that it's kind of like a trick system, because then you'll take a job that you absolutely fucking hate. The pay might not be
get it,
but you have no other choice. That you have to take that job, or else you're fucked. Like, that's the main character feels that way. He feels like he has to take the job as like regarding paper, or else what else is he?
Yeah. Well, he did take that job like stuck in a store.
But he absolutely.
Yeah, and then after 13 months, he got let go from that one, and that's really relatable, honestly. Cause like, I didn't have a job for 2 months, and then after some patients, and I got a job working insurance off like commission. It's like awful. And then I put in like hundreds of applications while I was working there, and now I finally get one. So it's like, I totally get that. But like, going through that job for 13 months and then getting fired or quitting that one and then not having a job at all and going back on that has to be like devastating.
Do we have any like other massive spoiler free discussion, or do we want to
I kind of go right into spoilers, but that's just me. I don't know, because the spoilers get juicy.
Yeah.
you wanna get into the nitty gritty. You all wanna get into the nitty gritty. All right. Folks, we will be spoiling No Other Choice coming up, and by that I mean like 15 seconds. This is a fairly recent movie. There's a good chance you have not seen it. Don't let us three dumb bastards be the one to ruin the movie for you. This is a movie that is worth your time. Watch this movie, then get to the spoiler section. Again, there's a timestamp on the video itself to skip the set.
Well, actually, before we start, Jason, because I went to this movie.
Where do we want to begin?
So I'm glad I let you guys have like a spoiler section, because that way people can see our thoughts about the movie before they can see it, right? And then they have a spoiler movie to see it after.
Yeah.
But me personally, I went into this movie blind. Do you guys think that's the best way of going into this movie? Or do you think you should have a proper, like, knowledge of what to get to?
Well, I think with any movie, like, the most you should go through is, like, a plot summary and maybe a trailer. But, again, a trailer might be hit or miss because...
Yeah.
And it can really depend on the extremes of the movie. Like, I'll go to the example that you and I have watched, Alex. One Cut of the Dead. I will say that film, don't watch any trailers. Just read the plot summary, watch the movie. And I'm saying that to you, Matt. Watch One Cut of the Dead. It's great. But that film, I would say, probably don't watch any trailers. But maybe for no other trailers, I wouldn't say like watching a trailer would entirely ruin the experience. Again, it's just really dependent on the film itself. I'd say, like, personal advice, don't get too deep into it. Like, don't just watch a bunch of fucking trailers, because then you'll end up spoiling the movie. I'm speaking that from personal experience.
Some
so
trailers
no harm foul.
just spoil, like,
Or
the
the trailer goes like for
main parts of the
every
movie.
single
You're like,
movie
okay, well,
Yeah.
of the movie.
I don't think
So
that
like,
this
I
did.
just watched the movie in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I have to watch the
they
movie.
show
Yeah.
the entire plot. Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
the
so like
trailers-
I would recommend. I'm sorry.
the trailers for Another Choice didn't do too much spoiling. I mean, they showed some of they showed some big parts. I think, like the oven mitt and like the flower pot.
Yeah. It's only like
Flash.
brief. Like you don't know what entirely happened.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's really dependent, but I would recommend just going as blind as you can with really any movie.
No, that's it.
Because why not?
'Cause, like,
At worst, you'll
yeah.
just be like, oh, that was a piece of shit.
That was my- I went to blind and I thought
But-
this movie was absolutely amazing.
Sorry.
So yeah, that was it.
So now that we got
Bro
that out of the
kills
way,
people.
Who wants to spoil what first?
I feel like I had
Awesome.
one and then. What?
No fucking way.
I feel like I had one and I forgot it when we were talking about the food.
I guess why don't we talk about like the major stuff, like the three like deaths, like how those
Yeah.
Oh, the lyrics.
did we have? Yeah, we really did.
Yeah, after the oven mitt, when he's fighting over a gun with that guy and his wife, it's like so goofy.
I love how the sound design for that scene, the music was so fucking loud that you could barely hear what any of the characters were saying.
Yeah.
Like not in a way that felt like unintentional either. Like there was a clear choice to do with that. I really, really loved it.
Yeah, and me and Logan were watching this in the living room, and Annalise had got like called in to work. She works at a hospital. She got like called in. She was on call, and then she came home during that scene. She was like, "Why is the music so loud?"
Let it cook.
And we're like,
Let the composer cook, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I have so wanted a movie where we focus on a guy who kills people, but he's like a little bitch with killing people.
Yeah.
I've been wanting that for
it
so
makes sense
fucking
for this.
long.
It makes sense for this because like he's
funny
just a normal dude.
So
He's not a
thank you,
psychopath
thank you, Park
for the
Chan-wook.
most part. But
Yeah.
I was kind of caught off guard at the beginning whenever it showed like his job in the work, and he was like a blue collar manager of like the plant operations. Because from all the trailers and everything, I thought he was like top of the food chain. I thought he was like high ranking office, like under the CEO or something.
I'm just an average man.
Just an average
And I
man.
was like, okay, this guy's chill. He's just like a regular guy.
I do want to talk about the murders. Thought of them.
And
The other than one was
Yeah.
straight up tomfoolery with these three characters. Just like
just fighting over a gun and how they just keep like fucking. But I do like how that ends up like kind of like it kind of ends up slapping you in the face by the end, like going like, why the fuck are you laughing at this? You fucking sadistic bastard. Because like at the end, that victim's like wife ends up being the one who shoots him, and how she kind of like says like how her husband's way of like handling his unemployment was the reason why his downfall happened, not the fact that he was unemployed. I find that to like really say a lot about these two characters, even though we already got a lot about these two characters already before the scene. But that scene was like a big like tie in the ribbon, where it was like funny for the most part,
right.
But then at the very end, it's like, oh shit, like that sinking feeling. And the second murder is kind of the same thing. Where like it's funny that he covered his fucking eyes before he tries to shoot him. But again, I don't want to see it.
Like top worst ways
not
to
looking.
use a guy.
But then it gets serious too, because like the aftermath of that guy's death, and also like we get a much more sympathetic development with that second character. How he's a very loving dad to like that daughter, and how he's desperately just trying to make buy with the shoe business to do what he wants to do, and how he honestly gets it the worst, because if I'm right, he's the one who gets stuck underneath the tree. Right?
Actually, dude, I've been meaning to talk about that. I've been meaning. I've been waiting to talk about this ever since ever since I saw the movie. How the heck did he turn that man into a pretzel? How did he do it? Well, more like a pretzel bite, I guess, in this case. But how did he do that? Bro did yoga, I guess.
He got big bones.
Okay, so like he did that with a tree before, and he actually broke the tree limb. So I was so scared whenever he get out the wire. I was like, oh, he's gonna wrap the guy's arms up and like break him, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be so nasty.
Well,
and then he just puts him in a ball.
But
I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's chill. Yeah, just bowling.
And then the third and final one, that is the most elaborate one. Probably the most disgusting, if I had to compare.
Yeah.
Because like the other two, they got it off pretty easy.
He did so much work for that. I feel like he didn't need to do all that.
It is parching work for talking about.
Yeah, but he like dug a hole to bury him, to then to like dig him out and make it look like there was.
Too confused.
I feel like he could have just tied him up.
He wanted to be creative.
Everyone's
I
so
only killed
creative.
I got robbed of my first kill. I only killed the second guy by accident, and I gotta enjoy myself with this third and final one. But I do love how all these murders, they are probably the most developed from the characters of from Parks and Rec's filmography, at least from what I've seen so far. Because without spoiling too much, most of the deaths in Oldboy, they are from characters who have a much more like complex and dark history, um, compared to another choice, where the deaths aren't coming from people who are entirely terrible people. They are much like Mansu himself, where they are very complex people who have been pretty much fucked over by the way the South Korean government operates, and how just capitalism overall, it really like works you in a way where, again, the way South Korea's situation is can be completely different from America. I'm not the most knowledgeable on it, but how the way just the 9 to 5 grind, and how you can be you can be replaced in like 2 seconds, even though like a lot of corporations will tell you constantly like you are not replaceable, blah blah blah, and then just like snap their fingers in 2 seconds to replace you. Um, but how these characters are like so like especially the second like that how they're just like likable people who are not great like entirely, but you understand their struggles, you understand their pain, and it makes their deaths just utterly like probably like in terms of the emotional state, the most gruesome of cartoon filmography. Not in terms of like the graphic imagery itself, but more like you actually grow to like these characters one way or another. So the fact that like Mansu has to kill them, again, he has no other choice, according to him. Um, I really like that a lot. I love how the world in itself is shaping its character. And I guess one other aspect I wanted to ask
discuss
what
that.
do you guys thought about the whole detective stuff?
I love how whenever he's like interviewed, he's like, "Man, I have no idea. That's crazy. I'm probably next. I'm probably next, right?"
Damn, that's crazy.
What?
It's so crazy that those guys died. We only said they were missing. Oh, but usually when someone goes missing, they like die, right? I was just like, oops. And they were like, yeah,
I
okay.
do like when the wife found him, when she figured it out. I love that scene. That's probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was really great. I would say honestly, my favorite scene is actually the last like 8 or so minutes, like after the main character essentially won. But I like it because it is so quiet yet heartbreaking, and because while he now has his job, he's now supporting his family again. Pretty much everyone in his family is now like they know they won't. They're either too terrified to confront him about it, or they don't want to. They just want to keep things going the way they are. And how the wife, I'm doing it again. Just he's calling her wife. How she is so emotionally broken from all of this. The son is now like just terrified. The only saving grace from that family is that the daughter is finally like allowed her mom to like listen to her piano. And when we
cello.
the cello, right? I don't know why I said piano. And when we find out what Mansu was fighting his full fucking like blood in his hand for, it's a job that's just basically just about like AI, like how he has to like watch these like people's monitor. And I think what really tied it all together to me was the stock footage at the end. Well, maybe not stock footage, but like archival footage of like deforestation of a bunch of deforestation, and how it kind of ties down to like how it kind of like in a like timely fashion, because like how like AI requires so much environmental cost just to operate. So despite the fact that the job itself is promoting that they're not using that much paper, the paper they're using is reusable, all that stuff. The way they want to operate the job itself is so anti-eco-friendly that the fact that this man was fighting for this now, like, not only is it like sad, but it also just shows now like he has worked his literal hands and blood and tears for this, and now he's got a job. He's so lonely, both in the job and his like personal life, because his family life will never be the same, even if they keep on pretending like he didn't just kill 3 people just to get a job. Um, I really love how it's just like it's kind of an ending where the character won, but it's not gonna win, not gonna be a victory ending. I love it a lot. Love how it's just so like meticulously put together. I keep saying that word a lot, but I don't know how to put it. It's so.
I don't blame you, dog.
I fucking love Park Chan Wook, man. I love him a lot. I don't know what else to say.
I agree with you. Okay, you go first, back.
What did you guys think about the ending?
Whenever he's like doing the interview in like, yeah, like you see the like the AI thing, like he's doing the interview and they're like asking him, hey, yeah, we got these new AI automated robots that do all the paper stuff, so we're gonna let go all of our like plant workers. How do you feel about that? And he was part of a mass layoff. But he's like, yeah, that's fine. So it's like he's done all of that just to put other people in the same position. But whether he takes the job or not, it's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
he just needs to go along with it. Because it's just not him, it's somebody else running the AI paper.
I actually like what you said earlier about
What about you, Alex?
he won, but at the same time he didn't. I love when movies do that, where like the character got what they wanted, right? But at the same time there was a cost to that win.
It reminds me a little bit of No Country for Old
I
Men.
still gotta see that.
Not entirely, but it
But,
gives me a bit of a similar vibe.
That. Yeah. Did you guys do that for this podcast? I forget.
It's really good.
Cool.
Yes.
One of those answers is correct.
We did. We did. We did.
But yeah, I love
You
how
pick and choose things.
the movie ended with kind of like a pretty relevant message to today's time. Because I mean this was made like last year, so
Yeah. So like
I love that.
Like
I love that how it connected to problems that are still happening today. Yeah, exactly.
like with Utah. But I don't think I have much bigger things to say overall in the spoiler section. But what about you guys? Was there anything like spoiler wise that really got your interest, or that you really want to mention?
I think that whenever they're all him and like the husband and wife are all running around trying to kill each other, I think that if you put this music over it, it would be extra silly.
I'm gonna listen to it for like 2 seconds.
But like, cause you
I have to watch an ad
break
to
from
like,
the
figure out
ads?
what. I think I know what it is. Yeah, it's the fucking editor. Turn it off.
Oh, that. Okay, got you.
Shut up.
I mean, it fits with like the Looney Tunes realistic vibe of it.
you can like
Yeah,
speed it up and put that over it, and I think it would really work.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
But also, like everything worked out. Even the wife of the guy he wanted to kill that ended up shooting herself. Even she played along and like made up a fake story because I mean, what? She shot her own husband, but it was this guy's fault. She can't say all that. She just gotta go along with it too. So everything just works out.
I love that.
That was
Except
probably
for-
my favorite plot line.
Yeah, except for
Was that full first kill and like the whole cheating thing with that couple, because it was so chaotic. It was just so funny. I love how he was in the driveway, like, yeah, this is the best signal. Don't move. Don't move.
I guess.
And he goes inside, sees what's happening, and then comes out and rolls around on the driveway. Which, that would be awful. To find your wife, like, cheating on you. Why is he rolling around the driveway?
I guess this is not really a spoiler, but I guess I'm gonna ask a fun question. What was your guys' favorite scene transition of the movie?
Favorite scene transition?
I mean, do you have one, bro?
Variants. Yeah, I already answered the one where he's like taking a shovel to bury the second guy in the tree. It fades to the wife sleeping in bed.
I like the one where he's digging that big hole for the third guy at the same time that the wife is digging up the second guy.
Yeah, that was really
what I noticed from the transitions, it used a lot of like people's like faces or parts of their bodies to show that transition.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. The one that really comes to mind is
it's fun.
The one with the guy's face, and it like goes from like a shower head to a drain. Yeah.
To a drain.
That one's cool.
Yeah,
I love transitions in general. They make my brain feel good. Yeah.
I love transitioning. Do we have anything else we wanted to mention, or do we feel fine doing the final thoughts?
I was so sure, like with the autistic daughter that like only repeats things she hears. I was so sure they were introducing that because she was going to overhear him saying something about the murders, and she was going to start repeating it, and people were going to be like, what? Or who said that? But then they didn't. They just used that so she could repeat what her mom was saying about my chud husband.
Another cool transition I forgot about. That was really cool. It was like a wide shot of the house, and in transition to a fire, like, and it kind of looked like a vision of the house being on fire, which represents like the family.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite transition.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that's a good one.
I really like that one.
Yeah, my mind's pretty good. I think I did all of my big thoughts on the first one.
No.
What about y'all?
I think I'm pretty good.
I like how the daughter would just go lay in the doghouse.
That is so true.
And like cry. It's really funny. Yeah. That's about it.
So overall, No Other Choice, absolutely brilliant movie. Pretty much everything from the directing, writing, editing, cinematography, score, and the overall story and everything of that. It was really, really well told. Really loved how it all came together. Park Chan Wook, you should be given like infinite dollars to make your next movie, man. Go fucking crazy. I don't care. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it.
Yeah, bro, right back at you, man. This movie was absolutely amazing in all aspects of it, when it comes to the directing and the overall style of the movie. Bro, as soon as I figured out what like the story was gonna be, I was instantly locked in on, because I was like, it's a dude murdering people to get a position at at a job. Like that is such a cool concept. It is a simple but very cool concept, which I think he absolutely nailed. And the acting of everybody was honestly, like, I know this is usually like said as like a joke, but honestly, everything was Oscar worthy. I don't know. Did it win anything?
Yeah, it got hella snubbed at the Oscars.
Oh, that's dumb.
It was not even nominated.
I agree.
This is probably like top 2 movies of last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, and with like the Looney Tunes comedy
both
aspect of
stressed me
it,
out
I think like that made it even better for me. Still have no idea how he made that guy into a pretzel, but yeah.
He's talking about a food court.
Yeah, because like surely he's like super stiff.
What are you, Mac?
I thought it was awesome. I think top 2 movie of the year. That and Marty Supreme, both very, very stressful, but both very comedic. Also, I thought it was really funny when the wife had that like guy upstairs and they were like freaking it, and I don't know. He said like, so nice that we get to do this in your bed, man. And she was like, don't call me man. It's like, okay, how young is this guy, first of all? But that was funny. Bam.
I don't have any problems, any major problems, so honestly, 10 out of 10. Might be my favorite movie of the year, not 100% sure just yet, but it's up there. Really brilliant, really loved it. Would watch it again in a heartbeat. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
I think also
10?
10 out of 10. Yeah. Maybe 9 out of 10. Just because he got away with it so
You can't let him get away with it. I also I originally gave it a 9 on Letterboxd, but after further thinking about it, I think this deserves a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. I converted him. Yeah. Now I gotta force you to watch Oldboy. I did just force you to watch that in a Bong Joon-ho film. You have not seen a single Bong Joon-ho film either.
Oh, you haven't seen
No.
Parasite?
Oh, bro, I would love to see that.
Oh my goodness
gracious.
I've seen it like
3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you've seen a lot, man. Well, now that we got movie number 2 out of the way, let's just jump to the last and final movie. I don't know if it's going to be third and final movie. I don't know what's the last and final. But anyhow, Romeo plus Juliet. Boz Lerman. Max, this is your pick. I would say do a plot summary, but you can honestly do a simplified one because it's just essentially Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I mean it's Romeo and Juliet, but if it was set in the 90s and in California and they had guns instead of swords, but they still use the Shakespearean language and they call the guns swords, and Leonardo DiCaprio is Romeo and Claire Danes is Juliet. It's like, okay, alright.
So, what do you think of Romeo?
It's very aesthetically, it's very dingy. I think it's very dingy. But
it was dingy?
That was God.
I don't know. It was alright. I thought it was. I remembered it being better. Yeah, it's like nasty Venice Beach in the 90s, and it's like Italian people, Italian gangs.
Italian motherfuckers.
I do like Mercutio. Wait, is that who I'm thinking of? No. Yeah, I like Mercutio.
So this is my second time
did you
watching
think,
it.
Alex?
First time I saw it, it was in high school, right? English.
Yeah, we watched this in English class. We saw the 860s
Yep.
Romeo and Juliet, which is a more traditional telling, and then we watched the fucking Baz Luhrmann one afterwards.
We only watched this one
Yeah,
in my
like,
class.
Watching
and I was
this
thinking
one,
it was a lot, I remember it being
I
a
just
lot
thought it
better,
was
and I
okay.
rewatched it and I was like,
it's kind of mid. I mean, it's Romeo and Juliet. Everyone knows the story, unless you don't. In which case, I feel like that would be more. I would be more impressed. But
I'm impressed.
yeah, like while I was watching it, I was kind of waiting for the runtime to go. But in terms of the movie itself, very colorful. I would say the acting is overall decent. And but overall, maybe the movie wasn't really my thing. But in terms of what the movie was, I thought it did the job for what it was. And Leonardo DiCaprio as Romeo, I thought he was pretty good. Probably the best acting in the movie. I mean, right.
That's Leonardo
Right.
DiCaprio, so
Um,
I'd say that about like 80%.
I'll leave that for my initial
90%
thoughts as we go into it more.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jason? Yep.
So here's the thing. I'm a certified Baz Luhrmann hater. I do not like Baz Luhrmann whatsoever.
Real.
I think his directing style is incredibly obnoxious. I think he gets too much praise from people. And Romeo plus Juliet is slightly better than Elvis, but only slightly. I really, really, really did not like my time with Romeo plus Juliet. And I guess why don't I get the obvious point I have out of the way? I hate Baz Luhrmann's editing. I hate it a lot. It's so fucking flashy and annoying and stupid and dumb. I fucking hate it so goddamn much.
Yeah.
But to give it more like nuanced thought about that. So I should give into like one obvious fact. The fact that it's flashy editing is not inherently a problem. There are films I love that have very flashy editing. Requiem for a Dream, that's one of my favorite movies ever. That has very flashy editing. The Substance has scenes where they're very, very quickly edited. It does not feel distracting. And obviously, to get the obvious one out of that way, every single Edgar Wright film has quick editing. But do you ever feel it?
I love
Edgar Wright's great. Yeah, but do you ever?
But Baz Luhrmann is like, okay,
I-
and Romeo and Juliet is like, okay, so what if we just
I really don't like that in
just go
movies
super speed and
where it's clearly
For the
sped up
Last for like
in a
Alright,
very
that's good.
cartoony
yeah.
way. Like the beginning scene, for example, I thought I was having an aneurysm because it was.
It's legit
yeah,
a trailer
I was
movie
more
you're
of the
about
gas
to
station
watch.
scene, but
It's just like a
they have a
trailer.
random trailer in the beginning of the movie. Like, why was that there? Like, it was ridiculous.
In case you didn't know what movie you were watching. Oh, dude. I
This
think
movie
the
was
main
stacked.
guy was played
I
like
kind of forgot how stacked the
Could be
movie
wrong.
was in terms of.
I know he's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, that gas station scene. Ugh. Not only is the editing really bad, but the sound design.
Like, was I watching a Dr.
my
Seuss?
fucking god!
I feel like I was watching a Dr. Seuss. Like,
obnoxious.
so, because the whole gas station scene just sounded like the Cat in the Hat movie.
Yeah.
Of how goofy it was. It sounded like a Dr. Seuss movie.
Fucking where's Mike Myers?
And I don't mean that as a compliment.
It was really fucking off-putting. I really hated it. And the sound design doesn't get better, like, at all. Like, even, like, in other scenes. Like, the first scene, we have, like, Juliet and her mother. So much obnoxious sound design. The fucking party scene, don't get me started.
But it's okay because Mercutio is there to save us in the party scene. He's so awesome.
You know what?
Dressed up in his, like, angel drag
Yeah, like Angel Drag.
Jamie Kennedy.
J-
No,
Yeah,
no.
no, Jamie Kennedy's not black.
I just had that like pulled up on
Oh,
Google
wait
and
a minute.
Harold Perrineau.
That's the guy who
Perrineau.
played. Yeah. Yeah, he was a saving grace in the movie. Honestly, like he was one of the better parts. I really liked him.
Him and John Leguizamo.
But John Leguizamo is great in any movie. Like he was great in The Happenings.
Leguizamo?
The Happenings are
Maybe
really
it's
fucking
better.
weird movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You saw that.
Yeah. I need to make you watch 212, Alex. That you will be surprised at how what John Leguizamo did in that movie.
That's so peak.
Really great. But yeah, like the editing and sound design is just so fucking like, oh my god, like, and he doesn't improve because like this is like I guess like the first. This isn't his first movie, but his first like major movie that got him like a lot of like big like projects afterwards. Like this after this, he did Moulin Rouge, The Great Gatsby, Elvis, or a few other ones. They're not as big as those three films. And if you watched any of those films, which I have had the displeasure of watching all of them at least once, he doesn't improve. He keeps going with the same style, and he just doesn't know when to calm down. And I just fucking, I hate it a lot. I really wish somebody would just tell him, hey, calm the fuck down. Sometimes a scene can be fine if you just let it linger on for a couple more seconds. Again, it's not as egregiously bad as it was in Elvis, but my fucking god, like these movies give me a headache.
No, I agree. Like this movie felt very overstimulating
Yeah.
a lot of the time, which I normally don't say about a movie because I don't really get overstimulated easily. But this movie did it for me in terms of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like a movie that stresses me out, but like not like this. This is just overstimulating.
I do. I'm gonna give the movie some positive notes because I felt we've been kind of kicking it while it's down.
I can't kick it.
Which, fair enough. I do like the coloring, the color of the movie, and it shows the modern day, well, 90s city, very well in my opinion. Especially the beach.
Yeah,
I love the beach
It's
scenes.
very nice and bright.
That's very colorful to me. I really like the beach scenes.
Whenever it's not busy cutting every 3 seconds, the cinematography can be pretty nice.
Exactly. Like
yeah.
like that's one thing I will say about Baz's movies. They're colorful. I'll give them that.
Like they're well
there's never
made.
a dull shot.
They're well made in terms of like the technical aspect, like the production and costume design. They're good. Like I know no complaints there. But
Yeah.
you know, like I just kind of wish like he put that much effort into like knowing when to calm down with his like
Right.
writing style.
Calm them.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the big tangent, but I feel like I should do it before that. Any notes you want to put for Romeo plus Juliet next before I go on another room?
I like that they put John Leguizamo in like cat ears for a little bit because he's like the something of cats.
Oh yeah, right.
That was pretty cool. But
Meow.
meow. I like the coloring during the party scene too. A lot of blues.
I like
thought that was
fish
pretty
tanks.
cool. Yes,
like
the
the
huge
fucking
fish tanks are so awesome. It's such like a
Yeah, I will give the actors credit. Like they do
such a
good job
nasty place,
for what they had.
except for the fish tanks.
I will do agree with that. The actors are definitely trying, but to be again, it's like you can literally have Leonardo DiCaprio in a shitty ass script. It does not matter. You are getting at the bare minimum a pretty damn good Like, I have yet to see a movie that has been either been the same or like worse because of Leo's presence. There have been a few times where he's actually been outacted by another person in a few movies I've seen, but beyond that, it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
Leo's good no matter what, and like he definitely does elevate the source material for how thin it is. Um, Claire the actress who played Juliet, she did a good job as well. Um, Leo's definitely the bigger star, but you know she's doing the best she can. And, you know, I don't have any place for her either, like in any massive ways. Um, but I should get into one other main thing, what I don't really like about this film. So, obviously, the main gimmick of this film is that, you know, it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, but, like, in a new aesthetic, you know, 90s, radical, fucking, yeah. You know what I mean. But, I think the problem with that inherently is that the film, as Mac mentioned, it keeps the Shakespearean dialogue, which of course you need to do that. You know, it's Shakespearean play. You can't just like rewrite it to a regular dialogue piece. But I think the
I
reason
think you
why
could. Exhibit A, Romeo and Juliet.
Is that the best example?
Great comparison.
Yes. Are you saying this is the best comparison of a Romeo and Juliet movie? It's set in Venice Beach.
But the thing is, like, when you're doing these like big, flashy gimmick things, but then you're like going so like the film does not really do a big spin on the dialogue. Like, it's very, very Shakespearean. Which, you know, the thing about Shakespearean is that he's a very important author, and there's a reason why we learn about him. But the reason that a lot of people don't really like talk about like Shakespeare in like terms of today is that his work works best whenever you're judging it through the history. Like Romeo and Juliet, it's a fantastic story because it helped elevated like like romance stories. But when you look at it today, like it's very basic, like beyond like the ending. And you know that's not Shakespeare's fault; he wasn't predicting that genre. But when you're doing a modern spin, but you're keeping like a lot of things the same, it's like okay, you want to do the style, but you kind of want to keep it traditional. And there are just so many style choices that I do fucking not like at all. Like, so the scene where Romeo and Juliet are get married, there's a church choir, but for some reason they chose the song "When Doves Cry" by Prince and the Revolution.
Yeah.
If you listen to that song, you know those lyrics don't work for a wedding scene.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like fighting in this song.
Maybe they just had the license for that Prince song, and they're like, well, we gotta use it somehow. You gotta put it somewhere.
We can't only use Radiohead songs in this.
My prediction is
they
that like, Baz Luhrmann thought the idea is cool, so he just was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He just went, I like this song.
Which, I mean, I love When Doves Cry. It's my favorite Prince song, but like, use it in a scene that makes sense. Like, if you want to use it, do the scene where, like, fucking Romeo and Juliet have part separate ways. There you go. Ooh, easy fucking solution. Easy goddamn solution. And, I don't know, fucking play, like, Kiss from a Rose by Seal during the fucking church
sings. My god!
Baby! Kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Bro, like in Batman Forever.
Yeah, like Batman Forever. Who played Batman? Was it? No, it's not George Clooney. It was fucking.
Ah, crap.
Wait, this was 1996. What Radiohead songs were out then? They could have played "You" by Radiohead during the. That would not be a good wedding song either.
Yeah, actually,
Val Kilmer for Batman Forever.
All right.
Yeah.
But again, it's like when it's is trying to do be this stylistic, but it's also trying to be the same dramatic play as before. What ends up happening is that you get this tonal clash where the stuff that's meant to be fun and bouncy is just headache inducing and obnoxious. The stuff that's meant to be serious, it's really fucking boring. Romeo plus Juliet is a really fucking boring movie once it's
Yeah.
steam.
It is. Guys,
You're overstimulated and you have to sit through so much dialogue.
Yeah.
It's like watching Oppenheimer and you're at a party with you're at Christmas with the loud sound of your family, and you've been there for 4 hours and you're getting tired of it.
What are you gonna say, Alex?
I really want to go back to the whole Shakespearean dialogue debate, because the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, does this really need the Shakespearean dialogue? I understand
Yeah.
it's Shakespeare, right? You kind of have to, I guess. But did that hurt the movie, or did it not hurt the movie?
I think the problem with
if you're
Shakespearean dialogue
Yeah.
is just that, because it's so of its time, that just keeping it the same for a modern adaptation, it's gonna get lost in translation because, language changes throughout history. Who knows, maybe in 40 years, a good chunk of what we're seeing right now is set in a very different format. So, not adapting the dialogue to a modern age, that's just going to inherently hurt the film. Again, Shakespeare is probably the most important author who probably ever exists because he helped post how we speak and how we write words. But when you're sitting through the third goddamn monologue of Leonardo DiCaprio doing nothing with Shakespeare words, it gets really fucking dull. I got so bored of Leonardo DiCaprio doing these long fucking monologues. We get it. He knows how to say the words, Boz Lerman. Give me something else.
He can read.
Wow. But if you're gonna make it into a modern day setting, right?
Yeah.
That's what bugs me. If this was back in Shakespeare, if this movie takes place back in Shakespearean times, right? It was made the same year it came out, but you change it, you make it to a regular Romeo and Juliet movie. That makes sense, right? The Shakespearean dialogue makes sense for that. But if you put it in the modern day, because don't get me wrong, like what you said, Jason, Shakespeare, there's no storytelling about Shakespeare because he's so important, right? That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm more talking about the dialogue. Because not to mention, they have modern 90s, not modern, when they came out, the 90s music of the city, right? And
Radiohead clashes severely with the dialogue, and that's not the problem with Radiohead. It's the problem with the fucking.
It's a problem with having
weird.
talk show hosts by Radiohead play to introduce Romeo on the beach, and then him do some crazy long dialogue.
Bro, I want Kiss from a Rose in this movie now.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Take the whole movie. Don't change anything about it. Keep all of, the bad audio editing and all the crazy speed ups and the loud music, and then just put Kiss from a Rose over the entire movie. So it's top most overstimulating movie ever.
So,
but I think it would make it better. Yeah, it just repeats over and over.
Wait, so in the ending part, it's just baby.
So you're hearing exit music for a film and Kiss from a Rose.
Wait, line it up so that the chorus from Kiss from a Rose plays at the same time as the big build-up part of exit music for a film.
What did you think about the Radiohead songs, Alex? I'm curious about that aspect.
Which songs were from Radiohead?
The Romeo's entrance, that had the Radiohead song.
Yeah,
that was fire. I love that song, actually. That was really good. Was that Radiohead?
The end credit song.
Yeah.
That was also okay. Well, this is what.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. I think the Shakespearean dialogue kind of hurt the film,
It breaks the film.
it breaks the film because it breaks the pacing a lot. I mean, the actors they do their best with it. Like, it's not really their fault because they did fantastic with what they were given. But I just think having it in modern day, you should have had modern dialogue. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But alright, I'm done talking about that. We can move on if we want to. That was my big thing.
With the modern dialogue, I think that they should have picked and chose certain words. Like, I think that calling the guns swords and having sword engraved on the guns is super funny, and that's really awesome.
That's a fun idea.
But you don't need to have the entire dialogue because this is a modern movie. It's not a play, so I don't think you need as much dialogue as you would because you can show a lot more in a movie than you can with a play.
Yeah. Plus, one thing I've learned about like the more I like read from Shakespeare and the more I like see film adaptations of Shakespeare loves his monologues. He fucking loves his monologues. So when you do a film adaptation of it and you keep all those monologues, eventually it's gonna get exhausting because in a film, a monologue is supposed to be unique. It's supposed to be special. It's supposed to be something you remember the film for, not be like, oh, there's multiple monologues. I just feel like what the act of doing so many is just hitting the film in the face horribly wrong. I can't see it. God's movie is so fucking all sit there.
Yeah, I agree. Because I mean, don't be wrong. Like Romeo, the concept of this movie, like Romeo and Juliet in modern day, I think that's cool as frick. I mean, in my opinion, I think that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
It is. But if you're gonna add in the Shakespearean dialogue, it's gonna drag, man.
And then you throw in. Sorry, I just said the pregnant man react. I love pregnant man
Alex
react.
got leaning on the couch. You're pregnant.
Yeah, my fault.
Next movie, please. Sorry.
Alex's first major film role.
Wait, so he's pregnant with. He gets Leonardo DiCaprio pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay, I like this.
Yep.
Having Lady. Well, whatever. Romeo's mom doing dialogue over talk show host was really crazy because it's like music that would play in like a detective show or something, but you're having it play over too loudly, I might add, over long talk. All the music is too loud.
One scene in particular where I kind of zoned out because it was just a talking head was what was the actor?
They should have played the
priest.
talking heads.
The priest.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he was explaining the whole like coma drink thing, right?
Yeah.
To Juliet, and he's just going, with this thing, you will be asleep for this amount of time, but
and they tried so hard to make it interesting too, with all this fucking flashy editing
and stuff. Almost like get to the freaking point.
It's like watching a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
I drank this mysterious potion for 24 hours.
It's Cocomelon for high schoolers.
Yes. And also, Paul Rudd is in this movie. I forgot he was in
right,
it.
I forgot he was in it too. He did Clueless, like, what was it, like a year before?
Yeah. When I was watching this, I was like, hey, that's Paul Rudd. Every time he showed up on screen, I was like, hey, that's Paul Rudd.
And he didn't add anything to the movie. Like,
I mean,
at all.
he played Paris, which is like, I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Paris is kind of
it's
whatever.
It's a boring character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of anything else major spoiler-free wise that I can think of. In terms of
I kind of forget
I
we're
mean,
in the spoiler
what are we
free.
spoiling?
I feel like this doesn't need a spoiler free. He was in Sausage Party? What happened to him?
All right.
Paul Rudd.
yeah. I mean, we can make the spoiler section more like just getting to like the later half or something.
Okay. I mean, I feel that's what we can do.
But like, we're talking more like the more climactic stuff.
Gotcha.
Alright, so folks, we are going to spoil Romeo plus Juliet now. If you graduated from high school, you already probably know how the rest of Romeo and Juliet goes, but, not to just assume, and you don't want to be spoiled. There's a timestamp to avoid spoilers. Otherwise, just get into spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that fucking edit where it cut to like Leonardo DiCaprio angrily like screaming as he's driving the car was like unironically the funniest thing I've ever.
I actually agree with you. It comes so out of nowhere.
That was so funny.
I do like that scene because it shows Leonardo's acting skill, like of him screaming at Juliet's cousin.
I'm not gonna lie though, it's nothing he's not shown.
I know that, right? I just like the scene.
Even for how young he was in this film, like he did all these things and more in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, which we did cover on the podcast.
Yeah.
Did you guys also Shutter Island?
Watch it, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, which is funny because we really hate Leonardo DiCaprio as a person. We always go back to his movies.
Yeah, what if we just like talk about Shutter Island instead? Okay.
Toronto on Shutter Island.
I picked that because it's like Devin's favorite, but like, dang, what's he gonna pick when he comes on the podcast? Sorry.
Sorry for party rock.
I know what else he could pick.
So, I guess another thing I should just kind of get over, like, I guess, like, what are our thoughts, like, on how, like, the film kind of takes, like, the more serious aspects, like all the deaths of the characters, like, what do we think?
Actually,
I think that they did it well.
You think they did it well?
Man, that's like, is it Tybalt? I like the as well.
Like, the beach one?
Yeah, the beach one? Or was it Mercutio?
I plague a wolf of your houses!
Yeah. Like, that scene was already... That's already one of the highlights of the book for me. Like, I like how it's just like, you know what? Fuck all of you. But, again, that actor is really giving it his all.
Yeah.
And I think this is where the cinematography works the best for me in that sequence in particular. I also just want to point out that I don't know if there's a lot of noise coming from the background right now. So apologies if there is.
We can't hear it, so.
I can't hear it, but it'll probably show up in the audio bit. That'll be better.
We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it's me saying this is absolutely pointless. But anyhow, yeah, I feel like that was a scene that worked best for the cinematography for me, and I just wish there were more scenes like it. I wish, because like that scene was also not like shit in its editing. It actually kind of allowed for characters to react more than 2 seconds, believe it or not. So yeah, Boz, how about you direct scenes like this? This is not bad, and not just fucking flash the fucking camera like every 5 seconds. You're like, ooh, I know how to do style. No, you don't. Fucking hack.
Dang.
Sorry.
Yeah, I do think the death scenes, especially the 2 characters, yeah, spoilers. Yeah, spoilers, guys. Romeo and Juliet, they die. Womp womp.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then Juliet doesn't die, but then she dies.
Yeah. As soon as freaking Romeo took the.
I like how Juliet wasn't even upset about like him drinking poison. She's just like, "Why didn't you say anything for me, you dumb motherfucker?"
I'll suck it out from your lips. I mean, that what she said? Isn't that one that said solution?
It's something
Essentially.
like that.
Even though in the original,
I'll
like
suck
a-
you off
in
dry.
the original story, I mean, say if I'm wrong about this, but like, doesn't Romeo, he dies, like, dies, right? First. And then
Yeah,
Julia wakes
'cause
up, is like, oh no, he dead. So, he
Yeah.
But you gotta make it more dramatic.
which is fine. I think it works. It gives him like a more.
Wait. If
I think
that's
it's like the same way. She tries to get the poison from his lips and it doesn't work, so she like stabs herself. Right?
So,
Yeah,
so wait a
it's
minute.
the same stuff.
If we're like allowing for brief story changes, Boz, where's the fucking dialogue change, Boz?
Oh yeah, boss. Please.
But yeah, like overall, like the big like dramatic stuff. I mean, the problem is not that it's terribly told; it's just that it's so one to one that you kind of forget that it's meant to be dramatically telling or modernly telling of Romeo and Juliet. Like for example, like a recent film that came out. I don't love this film entirely, but there was a film that came out recently that you both have probably heard of, Hamden. The film with Jesse Buckley, who swept the award seasons this year.
Yeah.
Like that film, at the very least, albeit not in the best way, lets you know that you are in the time period of Shakespeare, like not just through the dialogue, but also through the setting as well, like the costume design and all that jazz. Romeo plus Juliet, like it is doing its best to be like retell the story, but I think the problem is that it was too afraid to do anything too experimental and weird, at least for the second half. That it kind of just feels like you're watching Romeo and Juliet, but occasionally there's something wacky, which it just ends up making this a boring movie because you're just thinking like, why don't I just read the fucking book if you're just gonna do the same fucking thing again?
Yeah, if it went more of like a brother world, though, bro, I think it would have been better. Like, not using all the dialogue. Or, like, SpongeBob is also the Odyssey. SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
But anyway,
like
you're getting the main points across without just doing it.
Yeah, and I just like there's a part of me like I want to try to be nice because it's definitely not like terribly made. Like like Alex has mentioned, like or both of you have mentioned, like the coloring is nice, the cinematography can be nice, the production and costume design they're not like they're good. Like the actors are trying their best. Like it's clear that this isn't just trying to be sloppily put together. It's just that I don't think anyone tried to do anything beyond the bare minimum in terms of the real meat of the movie. And when the meat of the movie is not great, whatever side you have, they're gonna be like just making. They're just trying to like mask it. And yeah, I just fucking I can't stand this movie. I really did not have a good time.
Yep. Honestly, Jason, I think you said it the best. I think you said my thoughts honestly in the best way. Because what's on screen is fantastic. But the problems with it, at least on my end, are the directing, editing, and writing choices. I think is what really makes this movie, gives a lot of its flaws to those aspects.
Yeah, it just shows a lot more of its cracks.
Yeah.
I think if someone came up with this idea, and they pitched it to a different director, it would have been awesome. Oh, I think if someone had this idea and they pitched it to a different director, it would have been awesome.
Yeah, who would like make this idea actually interesting? Who do we think?
Michael Bay.
Yeah, I think that
Bay
if
would be funny
if Romeo blew himself up,
with a grenade.
and then Juliet went, I wish I could redetonate this bomb and blow myself up. I guess I'll just have to stab myself with this gun.
I mean,
Juliet's played by Megan Fox.
who around this time would...
But the only gun
Yeah.
Oh, the gun's a rocket launcher.
Wait, so
Yeah,
So,
Megan
wait,
Fox.
Boomer's
so a
dying.
sword in this universe is a gun, right?
It's a
And then
bazooka.
so a gun is a bazooka. is that what it's going for?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it, why not?
Oh, if they made it today, then they'd play that R.I.P. My Granny. She hit him with a bazooka.
Art thou, grandmother, got hit by a gun?
I love
Yeah,
that
they'd play that
William,
during the wedding.
I love that William and Macy know that song and reference it.
I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah, no wonder he was in Boogie Nights.
Kaboom. Kapow. We bring the... I mean, who do we think from this time could have made this movie better? Like Brian D. Palma?
I think isn't he dead?
I mean,
But not in the
from
90s.
the 90s.
Oh, from the 90s. Yeah, Brian. I mean, he did a dramatic retelling of Phantom of the Opera. So why not give him Romeo and Juliet? Fuck it, why not? Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because, like, okay, Phantom of the Opera, we're talking about, like, the movie. It was, like, kind of boring, but, like, it was short, so, and the music was good. And it wasn't way too loud, so you could do it.
Robert De Palma made the Phantom of Paradise movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which looks... I haven't seen it, but that looks insane. Let's talk about every other movie aside from Romeo plus Juliet. Okay.
Make this a
Yeah.
bonus episode, and it's just...
They could have got the Coen brothers. They did Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Yeah. Man. Did we just have nothing else to say about this? We just want to move on to the
I mean,
honestly.
honestly, like, I do want to say one thing about the director. Like, when Elvis first came out, I freaking loved it. I gave it 10 out of 10 and everything. But now, I doubt I'll have the same thoughts if I rewatched it.
You should watch.
I probably, honestly, I
should
should.
watch it again.
Because for the longest time, I was like, man, this movie's freaking awesome. And nowadays, I'm like, I'm not sure anymore.
You should watch it, but if you invite me, I'll fucking kill you for each destiny.
You should watch it and watch out for the Ferris wheel to record player transition where their speeds don't match up, and I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I just don't like it.
Like the Cardi B jump scare.
I forget about Cardi B music.
I get it. Man, we really had nothing else to say.
We kind of just hated on this for like a full
Which is
40
funny,
minutes or more.
I mean, which is funny because two of you think it's just okay. I'm the bigger hater of all three of you.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, do we just want to move on to final thoughts on this show?
I think
I
so.
think so.
Okay. Alright, so overall, Romeo plus Juliet. I'm a Boz Lerman hater. I remained it, and this movie has done absolutely nothing to change my mind. Obnoxious, loud, but not enough. It loses steam. Turned into a really boring mess. Actors are trying. The production team is trying. Clearly, there's enough effort being told to not make this a complete shit show, but it's still something I really would not want to watch ever again in my life. What about you, Mr. Alec?
Yeah, Sir Jason, I think I'm in the same boat as you. Although I am going to give more praise to more of what's on screen more than what is behind the screen, and also the editing. Because once again, the actors are great, right? The cinematography, I would say, is pretty good, and the coloring is fantastic, right? But the editing, atrocious, right? The directing, not my thing, and the overall writing makes this movie very slow and drag along, and the whole time I just wanted to turn on something else. I am not gonna lie. But I will give credit to where it is due, because the actors are doing fantastic, and yeah, like the actors are pretty much carrying this whole movie. So me personally, I'm gonna give it like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. I gave it a 5 out of 10 on Letterboxd, so I think I'm gonna keep it to a 5.
What about you, Matt?
I think that it had potential to be really good, but it kind of just fell flat and it was overstimulating. I think that if the dialogue was cut in half and the audio was mixed a lot better, it would be like a 6 or no, I shan't say.
Do it.
Say it.
Do it.
No.
Say my name.
Do it.
Say my name. Say my name.
Say my name.
I think that it is a 4.
I'm going with a 3. Low 3.
So
Whoa.
3.
5, 4, 3. That's awesome.
We need someone who thinks it's a 2 and someone who thinks it's a 1 on the podcast.
Yeah, we need to get him here and make a kiss.
Make out.
And then we can rate that like a
Because
8, 9, 10.
Mac, I do agree with you because this movie, it has potential. Romeo and Juliet in the modern setting.
Yeah.
That sounds cool as frick. Honestly, if this movie was only like an hour and a half and not 2 hours, honestly, that might have saved it for me, but unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, Anora was a modern day Cinderella story.
Is it really?
That is true.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
wouldn't think
essentially.
that when you're watching it because it's kind of
I still need
not.
to see it.
But
That's not amazing.
It's great.
it's pretty good. I liked it. So I think that there's still potential for more adaptations that aren't straight up just like the thing as a movie.
It needed more kiss from a rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the conclusive note for that. Alright. Well, we got all 3 films discussed, and because of the amount of time we're recording this and the actual time itself, folks, I'm joking with you. For Alex and I, it is currently 11:45 p.m. We've been recording for a while now.
Almost
So
3 hours.
Yeah. Why don't we just pop into our next film picks and get the fuck out of here? Now, Alex is not going to be here next time.
Me.
So,
We didn't do our questions either.
we don't usually do it during class.
Oh, we don't?
Yeah. Because, like, the episodes run for so long, so...
That's true.
There's enough content here. We don't need to do it.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
14.
This motherfucker.
I know
That's a
balls.
color.
I know balls.
True.
But do you know your next film pick, Matt?
Yeah, I'm going between 2. I'm trying to figure out what vibe we want.
Okay. Do you want me to say mine first and then you pick?
Sure.
Alright, so I'm going with a film that I have watched before and you are aware of, Mac, but I'm using this as an excuse just to, like, get it done and over with. I'm going with a 2001 film called All About Lily Choo Choo.
Oh, I've watched half of it. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen it before, really liked it. Curious to see how it holds up, so why not go with that?
I'm excited. I actually Googled it today because I couldn't remember how long it was.
It's like 2.5.
2.5. Yeah. I was thinking it was like longer than like an average movie. I was thinking it was like 3 or 4 hours for some reason, and then I was like, oh, okay,
It's not bad.
shorter than Oppenheimer.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mac has her obligatory Alzheimer comment.
I have to mention it every year because it's not that good. Every year? Every episode.
Every year. That's not that much.
Yeah, it came out like just a couple years ago. No, more than that. Because I was like,
Yeah, no. It
I was like a junior in college.
2023.
Okay. 3 years ago. Dang, I'm unk.
So,
Okay, that didn't really narrow down a vibe. Okay.
Got this.
Go with the hard one.
Okay, we're watching Creep.
Oh!
You've seen it
All right.
before. I've seen it before. I want to make Devin watch it.
Oh!
Alright. Well,
If it's between that or Oh
Okay.
Brother Where Art Thou, I'll do that next
Well,
time.
sorry guys, I'm joining the podcast next time. I heard Creep.
we got a permanent third member. But now that we got those, let's just do our final notes. Thank you for everyone watching. Want to thank you once again, Alex, for actually.
Of course, thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. This is fun.
No problem. You're my favorite.
You're my favorite cup man. Yeah. Yeah, guys, this is fun. I always love coming on here. Yeah. Yeah, thanks
we're glad to have
for
you.
enduring my shenanigans.
We've said more crazy shit, I think. Well, maybe just.
Yeah, mostly you. I didn't talk about Cub this episode. So.
Let it be known. But you have any final notes you want to say, Mac?
Guess not. We loved some films. We hated some films.
Yeah, these three films were all over the board.
It was fun to. Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
mix, I think.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Whoa, that's a good title for this
Catchy.
episode. We don't title these like that, but we should start.
The good, the bad, and the Didi.
Didi.
That's, you know what?
Thank
Get
you.
the sky typewriter.
Yes.
But, well, thank you for watching today's episode.
Peace.
See you later.
Baby!
Bye.